Good morning, Mom Nation.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. It's cold. My fingers are freezing. So Connor decided to leave the window open last night.
Oh, yikes. And it gets real cold here in the desert when the sun goes down, especially this time of year.
Well, in our windows, because if you could see behind me, that's our windows, right? They're right next to our heads. So he leaves his open and it goes straight to mine.
Oh, so did you wake up with kind of a sore throat? You know how that happens?
No, so Connor did, little Connor, but the toddler did just a few weeks ago. So yeah, but lately it hasn't been that cold to do it. But yeah, no, it's cold. So
oh, I'm
hey,
sorry.
Marissa.
And in a couple of months, we're gonna have the absolute opposite thing to say, because
I know. Well, it's starting. I looked at the weather. It's starting to get into the 90s starting next Monday.
It's coming for us.
I know.
Coming quick.
I should embrace these freezing hands.
Yeah. What's up, Marissa? First commenter. Hey, lady. We missed you too. You know what? I'm loving this going live on YouTube thing.
I know. This is so awesome. It's not that many toggling back and forth.
Right. We can just watch the one. So before, guys, we had to watch a totally different screen and it was time delayed. So I feel like we make it look real easy what we're doing up here, but it's a lot of stuff and it's a lot of shuffling back and forth and looking at different screens and things like that to bring all the action to you all. So
yeah.
Anyway, Marissa says she hasn't gotten to sign in on a Wednesday in a long time. So Marissa, you probably missed it. But we have changed things, or Facebook rather forced us to change things. So we couldn't go live directly into the group anymore. And so we took our program's features up, I guess, and we took them up on it. And we are streaming live to the Facebook page now and YouTube. But we're getting a lot of really great feedback about streaming live on YouTube. Who would have thought?
Yep. And now we could feature, we saw that we just featured your comment now on the screen, which is super cool. So right? Yeah, it's awesome.
How fun is that? So we have to have a little game with that where if we feature your comment, maybe you get I don't know, an entry onto the wheel or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
So I don't even know how to say this because it's been consuming my world, but I am just over it in terms of email. Anyone else? Is anyone else super over it? I can't. Yeah. I really can't. And I have to because, that's still a method of communication. Still a preferred method of communication, and I work and stuff. But I'm over it, girl. Every time I open my inbox, there's 5,000 new ones in there, and I don't know how my information gets out to things I've never signed up for, but it's out of control.
Yeah. Well, no, that's how it was. Remember when I joined the Arizona team, because I was on the Washington team, when I joined the Arizona team, I got one of our old team members' emails. She signed up on, I still get one of her bank statement emails. It doesn't say all of her personal information, but it's your statement is available. There's little things, and I'll have to, I'm stop. And sometimes I'll email them over if it looks important. But yeah. Hey, Ash.
What's up, Ashley? There she is. Where's your sidekick this morning?
I know.
I miss you girls. Oh, speaking of Ashley and Jazz. So we have to start planning the Halloween party.
Yay.
Yes. And we got to talk about that. And actually, we have to figure out what we want to be. And Ashley and Jasmine are usually really helpful in that. So if you guys have any ideas, let us know. As I sit here and drown in my email, that's what I'm thinking in the back of my mind for fun things to do is figuring out what we're going to dress up as for our Halloween party. But anyway, so I've been trying to figure out some different programs to help with this whole issue. And I don't know, I feel like I did this free trial for this one called SaneBox. Have you heard of SaneBox?
I haven't, no.
So I've been working with that, and it's supposed to keep you sane. So I thought, well, that's very fitting. I'll try that. So I'm working on that, and in hopes, please wish me luck. I hope that I can get on top of this because it literally wastes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of my week, and I can't anymore. So Marissa feels my pain. She says she gets so many tons of spam. Truly, like, and you feel like you kind of got to look at it at least once to make sure it's something you want to block. And anyway, yada yada.
Ugh. Yeah, that's rough.
What's going on here?
Well, it's prom season, man.
Oh, already?
Yes, it is. And so Soraya started looking for prom dresses, and they're so expensive, guys. Like, it's crazy how.
What are they running now? I mean, back in my day, they were over $100, and we're talking, decades ago.
Yeah, the cheapest one that we found so far was like $220.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like, it's so expensive, but I'm so excited. She's a junior, so it's her first prom.
Aw.
She has a little boyfriend, and he's such a good kid. Like, I couldn't have like handpicked a better kid. I'm so excited for her, but
good.
So she's super happy, but she picked a color. She wanted to do green because that's his favorite color. So that's kind of like their color theme. But she's doing not like a bright green, kind of like a olive kind of thing, or I don't know, like the lighter one. Stay 200. Oh, see, that's smart, Marissa. So under 200, yeah, because it's expensive. It adds up, and you need that, and then
shoes, jewelry, the flower thing. What's that thing called? Corsage.
Yeah. So, which I hope he buys for her. That would be great.
Isn't that the way it's supposed to work? Yeah. Doesn't the date buy the corsage?
Yeah. So, it's adding up. And then she's really picky on her dresses, and so, which as she should be, it's prom. So just trying to find, what they are. And then she finds them on Amazon, but then is it going to get here on time? Once it gets here, are you going to is it going to fit? Like, you see horror stories. So yeah. And then we went to this one store that had all these pretty dresses, but I think they're for like quinceañeras, because they were like, they started off at like $800. And I'm like, yeah, we're getting
it. And were they big?
Yeah, they were all bedazzled and like flashy. So
yeah.
Oh yes, thank you for reminding me, Marissa.
Boutonniere. That's right. So yeah, you get the boutonniere, he gets the corsage. That's how it works.
Yeah. Thanks for.
Thank you, Marissa, for catching us up. Yeah. I have a few more years. I'm gonna need you to come back, Marissa, in a couple years. Let me know what to do.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah. So Marissa. Crazy thing. So Marissa asked about homecoming corsages. So I grew up in New Mexico, and we had, I forgot what they're called now. But it was like this big thing that went right here. They're big in Texas and in New Mexico, but it was a big thing, and it had ribbons going down, and it was like a big flowery thing that everybody wore. And now they're getting so heavy and big, like in Texas, they wear them around their neck, and it's like a big thing. But here in Arizona, people act like I'm crazy when I talk about them.
Well, I've never heard of that. And coming from New England, we didn't have that. So I don't know. Is it like an everything is bigger in Texas thing?
Kind of. Yeah, I get. But I grew up with it in New Mexico. We even like during homecoming, kids in elementary and in middle school would just wear them to say like for support of homecoming. And it was, yeah, I'll try to find a picture and post it. But yeah, it's a big thing. So
we definitely need pictures. Come back to the show, post them in the comments, because I got to see.
Yeah, because they're interesting looking.
Well, I have some news.
Yes.
You ready for my news?
I'm ready.
It's about this girl right here.
Oh,
Y'all know who this girl is. Can somebody tag her? Somebody that's on a taggable platform, because I don't think, can we tag on this?
I don't know.
So look to the left on your comments, Sonia, and you can see where it says all, or just Facebook, or just YouTube, and you can comment on each individually, or you can comment on both. But I think when you comment on both, you can't tag somebody. So with our new little system we're using, I don't think we're able to tag. So if somebody can tag Erin in this, I would love for her to know that we're talking about her, because this is exciting stuff. So I had a little talk with Erin last week, 10 days ago, something like that. I don't know. All my days kind of blend together, so who knows. But it was in the recent past. And she's going to hop on board and jump into MOMnation and help out a little bit more than she even already is. So if you don't know who Erin is, she is fit at 40-ish. Look at her. So exciting. Thank you so much for tagging her. I guess we did. And so did Marissa. Thank you, Marissa, for tagging her. But she is that gal out there that everybody's been connecting with that really helps out in our perimenopause stage that many of us are in, kind of figuring out how our bodies are working because they're changing, right? And how we can work with them so that we can get to our goal, so that we can have the body or close to the body that we want to have at this stage in the game. And she's pretty awesome with teaching about macros and all of that different stuff. She meets you where you're at. There's no shame game in her game. I can tell you that. And that's what I love about her the absolute most. So I'm pretty excited for her to come on board. She's going to help us really branch out a bit more in, what we do to benefit the community, reaching out to the community. Of course, it's our community of moms that are right here first and foremost. Obviously, we love to help anybody and everybody, but we want to help out our mamas that we know and love first and foremost. So she is going to be coming on board to help us out with that. And I am really, really excited about it. Rumor has it, and I hate to give away too much without her here, but rumor has it that she's going to have her own episode or her own playlist for the MOMnation podcast. And I can't wait to see what comes out of that. So
that would be
everybody, if you see this girl today, tomorrow, the next day, give her a big high five because I'm really super excited about it.
That'd be a very well needed podcast for our video. That'd be great.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll round out our resources very nicely. Yeah. And I've been following her. It's not like I just met this girl last week. Okay. Like I've been following her and been working with her here and there on different giveaways and whatnot for a little while now. So I'm pretty familiar with her and I really like what I see. So pretty exciting stuff coming up. What else? Let's do some giveaways. We already got somebody on the wheel, didn't we?
Yeah. We have Marissa.
We got first commenter on the wheel. This is our new member post. And it's not letting me. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry, I'm just not patient enough. Let's see who we have for members. We've got 9 new members this week. So congrats, welcome. We're so excited to have you guys here. We think that you will love the group as much as we do. I mean, I've been in this group for almost 11 years now, and I love it. So let's see who we've got for a winner. Making it real easy on us, Soan. It's Mama number 1.
Look at that, Miss Denise Carter. Congratulations.
Congrats. I'm going to see if I can tag her, but I don't think I can. Denise. Is it Carter? Carter, I think?
Sure is.
All right. I don't think it'll tag her, but we put it out there. Oops. I skipped a slide. I didn't mean to skip. You didn't see that. Pretend you didn't see that. All right. So welcome, Denise. You have an entry onto the wheel. Sonia, we haven't said what the wheel is. We always forget that because I feel like we have, obviously we have followers that have been with us since the dawn of time. And so they know what the wheel is. But for the newcomers, we should probably tell them.
Yeah, so it is funny whenever people get tagged and we haven't gone over it and they're like, what is this? What wheel? So every month we have an amazing giveaway from one of our awesome mom businesses that we love to support, and they love to support us. So they donate something of their business, and there's several chances that you get during the month to get on our wheel. And then at the end of the month, we spin that wheel and then we pick a winner. So, yeah.
So that's that. And usually every month we have prizes that I want. I mean, nothing has come across yet that I haven't wanted, and I'm not allowed to play. That's fine. It's okay. But my point is that they're really cool prizes. And I'm actually going to pick one more winner real quick, and then we'll go over what the prize is for this month and do a little shout out to our sponsors. So one more winner, Soan, you ready? So it's our first letter name winner. And this is when you or somebody that's in the group tags you because your name starts with this letter. And I don't know why I can't see the comments on this one because I know we had at least 2, but it's not letting me look at comments. Can you see it on your end by chance?
Let me open up the Facebook page and then
because I think that we had at least 2. I'm going to roll with that. Assuming that we have 2, once you get there, you'll be able to tell. And it's mama number 1 that took it. Now, if there's not 2, if there's more than 2, that changes the random.org thing. So we'll have to redraw. But
Zoe Elrich.
So we only had 2.
So we had Zoe, we had Zaza Wentz. Yeah, Zoe and Zaza.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought we only had 2 last time I looked. That's what there was. So Zoe it is. Can you get that mama on the wheel?
All right, I sure will.
Congrats, Zoe. Let's see. I can tag her here, right? Zoe, what is that one? Zoe J. Elric?
Yes.
Ehrlich? There we go.
That's it.
All right. So look at me tagging people. All right, cool. So here's that's not what they're going to win. Wrong thing. Here's what they're going to win, guys. So we've been talking about this for the last couple of weeks. If somebody can tag Jordyn for me on this show, that would be amazing. I see Skylar. Skylar will do that for us. Skylar, tag Jordyn, please, because she's just so ultra fantastic too. She's so generous. Look at this. 3 50-minute signature facials that she is giving away this month. 3 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these are the times that I'm sad I'm sad every time that I can't win these.
But this is awesome. So anyway, this is what you guys are trying to win, and you can get more than 1 entry onto the wheel. So a couple of ways that you can do that is watch this show. We offer a few different ways that you can get your entry into the wheel. You can follow the instructions on the actual post itself, which is what you're looking at here on my screen. See how people have, I can't even talk. I need like coffee. I don't even drink coffee. See how people have commented facial. Mm-hmm. So that's like the last step to the things that you got to do to get on the wheel. So make sure that you do that, because that is super easy to do each and every month. And the other ways that you can get on the giveaway wheel are actually listed. Everything is here, guys. Top of the group. I'll even just like show you on here. Can I? No, I don't have it up. I can go into it, but it'll be a whole rigmarole. So looking at the top of the group, it's easy for you guys to see it. You're in the MOMnation Arizona group. Look at the top. There's a cover photo, right? It says Team Giveaway sponsor. Here's the next giveaway, blah, blah. Okay. Press on that. And then go to either the right-hand side if you're on the computer and click see more, and you will see the entire caption. Or if you're on mobile, click, I think it's see picture caption or something like that. And it's down at the bottom, I believe. So that will bring up the information that we have listed there. And that's where you're going to get a link to whatever giveaway that we have for the month, and also the instructions on how to get into that giveaway. You'll also get a link to our Direct Me, which is basically our resource list. Anything and everything that is MOMnation is on that Direct Me. You can find out more ways to enter the giveaway. You can get on our podcast. You can get your business more involved. You can sponsor a monthly giveaway. Like you can schedule an event. I'm thinking of all the things. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of like, coming in here as I talk about it, but there's so many things that you can do that I get asked all the time. And all of the information is there on that resource list. I use it every day. Do you? I mean, I know where everything is and I use it every day.
It's easy to find instead of searching throughout the whole entire group. So right. Yeah, no, it's super easy. And if you have a podcast and you want Katie on it, you can even request for Katie to be on your podcast through there too.
Yes.
Do our podcasts and do all the fun stuff. So yeah.
Please do. I would really appreciate that. I love being on people's podcasts instead of just my own. I mean, I love being on my own too, but it's fun to get interviewed as well sometimes instead of being the interviewer.
Katie's great on stage to be a speaker or on a cruise.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that here in just a second. But while we're talking about podcasts, I dropped a little teaser yesterday in the group and let you guys know that yesterday I interviewed a pro boxer. And she is a mama and she is a total badass. In fact, that's part of her name. She is Lita Mae Badass Button. And she is a a speaker, a motivational speaker, as well as a coach. She'll teach you how to box. And it just, her story is amazing. I get the chills up and down my spine right now, just thinking about everything that we talked about. This is her Facebook page. If you guys want to connect with her, dig in a little bit to what she's doing, the movement that she supports. She's really, and you're going to love this, but she is really into bringing awareness to women's safety and making sure that women understand and have the confidence to make themselves safe, to get the training needed, to get the mindset needed so that we're not just a target out there. Which, I mean, growing up as a woman, me and you, I'm sure you have your 2 cents to say about this, but you kind of feel like a target from day one.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of things, yes, things happen to boys and men too, but a lot of things happen to girls and women. And we're targeted for many different reasons. And that just kind of has always stuck with me. So I love that she's doing this. And you just have to hear a little bit more about, she wrote a book. She's just pretty awesome. And she's really pushing this movement forward. So somebody to check out. If you guys can tag her for me, I would love that. Her name again is Lita Mae Badass Button.
You know, it'd be really cool, and this is just me like thinking out loud, and hopefully she didn't think I'm totally volunteering her for something. It'd be cool if we had like some kind of like self-defense class event that we can do. Would be great. So that'd be, I don't know. I know that we'd benefit to it, even for like younger, like my daughter was. So I don't know if everybody knows what's going on with like Teslas right now, but like a lot of Teslas getting vandalized. And my daughter was charging the other day, she's 17, and she was charging, and this guy came up like kind of like close to her face, and he like mentioned the whole thing, and it terrified her. I don't think by what he was saying, I think he was just like, hey, like talking about what's going on, but like it terrified her. And she's a strong person. So if she knew things that Lita could teach her, I'm sure she could defend herself. But she like called me, like she said she was like shaking. So, that I know it scares me, and it's unfortunate that she has to feel that way. And she was so happy when she first got her car, and now it's like, it's so, but it's for all ages. It's just so good to have, because that's terrifying. Even in the line of work that you and I do, when we're meeting these buyers and doing open houses, and it's terrifying. Like, Connor even bought me a gun just in case I have to go alone.
Yeah.
I have to learn how to use it better. But like,
I can hook you up with that.
Yes, you can. So it's super important. So I appreciate her, putting all of that out there.
Totally agree. I think it's important too. And I think that it's really beneficial when we as women come together in support of one another. And this is something that we spoke about a bit on the podcast is, confidence is contagious. And the more that we support one another, the more that we teach one another, the more that we take one another under our wings, the more confidence we can spread. And that is such a big deal.
Yeah.
We need to have confidence in ourselves as women.
Totally agree.
So stay tuned for that. And then this is, oh my gosh. Can you hear that? I'll turn it down. I don't know if you can hear things, because sometimes you can hear things and sometimes you can't when they play on my screen. Yeah. But this is my reel of the recent MOMnation cruise. And I'm just going to let y'all in on a little secret. No one came.
Well, it was a good mom and daughter trip for you, though.
Right. No one came except my mom. So it was awesome. I mean, on the one hand, I was a little bit bummed because when we have a big group at the cruises, it's really fun. And you don't have to hang out with everybody all the time. You can go and do your own thing. Nobody has any sort of expectation of what you do with your time. But it's kind of fun to be like, hey, let's all meet at karaoke at 8:00. Or are you guys going to the ice skating show at 1? Let's all sit together. Or let's do dinner together. Or let's do, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it really is a fun time. I want to encourage all of you out there. I've gone to most of them. I might have missed one, I think. Maybe two. I don't know. Have we had 4? I think we've had 4 and I've been on 2. Yeah. That's it. But the girls that do go are really very friendly and very inclusive. And it's not like you're not going to be stepping on the ship and hanging out with the mean girls or trying to hang out with the mean girls or wearing pink that day or trying to get a place at the table. Like, we just don't roll like that. So I want to encourage everybody, especially if you maybe don't know us as well as you'd like to before heading out on a ship in the middle of the ocean with us. I guarantee it'll be fun.
Yeah. No, I'm super jealous. I really wanted to go this year, but life. So hopefully next year I can go. But I hear that we're starting to plan for next year.
We are starting to plan for next year. So definitely keep your calendars open. I really liked the, oh, that's weird. I'm getting like an allergic reaction. Wonder what that is.
Oh.
I really liked the timing of this one. So last time we went, I think it was like August. And I didn't love that timing. It was a little too warm where I was trying to escape warm anyway. And it was like muggy warm. And I'm not a huge fan of that. So going in March was really nice. And it was very comfortable. Still warm, yes, but comfortable warm, right? Like you're not sweltering going from one thing to the next. So that was really cool. And I want to, hopefully this works for everybody out there because I know we're kind of all on different schedules, but I want to schedule it for spring break time because I want to bring my kiddo and quite possibly my oldest, which is my husband.
I get to see him today. I'm excited.
Oh, yay. That's cool. I joke. I'm like, I have 2 boys. One's a lot older than the other. Yes. Anyway, I really mean my husband. But so that's kind of my plan, is to make it more of a family oriented versus just the girls. And you don't have to do that either. So if you want it to be just the girls, then by all means, don't bring your family and you don't have to hang out with mine, because there'll be times when I'm not hanging out with mine either. And they like that. So I'm not being mean. They appreciate it. Okay. So anyway, yes, if you have any input on planning where we'd like to, where we're going to go. Is Charlie on? I don't think Charlie Slaughter's on. Somebody tag her, please. Shout out to Charlie. So I was talking with her, or she had made a comment. I wasn't actually talking with her. I say talking with when we comment back and forth on Facebook. I don't know. What's that called?
Yeah,
so
I think you're technically talking with.
It's talking, right? Yeah. And she said, it's easier when it's a 3 or 4 day cruise versus the 6-7 days that we did. Yeah. And I hear that and I agree with that. And that's easier for me too. It's just, you're really limited on where you're going in that respect. So,
yeah.
But that's okay. We'll throw out some ideas. We really need you guys to get on there and vote or share an opinion, because that's what helps us decide. Otherwise, we're just doing it based on my preferences and they may not be your preferences. I mean, obviously we have to decide on someone's preferences, but I would like to assess the majority before doing that. So please help us out. Give us a little bit of feedback. There is a post out there in the group that I think came up this morning from Sarah talking about it. So that's a great place to have a conversation, guys.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got. That's all she wrote. You?
All right. I think that's all. That's it.
So we didn't do timer, but I don't know if we might, since we changed the whole game on everybody. I've noticed that we don't have as many viewers on Wednesday morning live on the live show. And that's to be expected when you totally change the ball game on everyone, right? Like we did. So I think we should just push timed off until we have a little bit more of a following on Wednesday morning. For those of you who really appreciated time comments because you won every single time, I could think of a couple of names. Then do us a favor and tell your fellow mamas that we're going to be live. I wonder if we should post about it in the group and just be like,
Because I think a lot of people just don't know
Yeah.
about it. And if they're part of like MOMnationAZ, but not of the fan page, they may or may not get a notification when we go live. So
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
I should probably do that. All right, I'll do it. All right, last commenter. Skylar can't win, and she's who I'm showing is last. So I say Marissa Lee Hall.
Yeah, there we go. Look at first and last.
I'll pop it up. That is the comment that won. Last commenter.
Well, there we go. All right.
All right, guys. Over and out. Till next. Next week is big. It's the last Wednesday.
Oh, it is. Wow, March went by. We were just like January. February was just like and
yeah.
Now it's end of March.
Now it's the end of March. So next week, guys, is when we draw the winner for the giveaway. So make sure that you do everything that you can to get on that list this week if you're not on it enough times. Although it only takes one to win, which we saw last month, which was cool. Awesome. All right, guys. See you later.
Over and out. Bye.
Bye.